Oh, there you are, YouTube. Hey kids, what movie are we watching today?
The new Stitch movie.
Yeah, the new Stitch movie. We're on our way to go watch it. Let's go. And I'm appropriately dressed in surf gear, Disney surf gear, or like a Hawaiian shirt where Mickey is surfing.
And look at us.
And they are dressed as Stitch. Very cool. So for some reason my phone, I don't know, it like wouldn't turn on after the movie, so I wasn't able to get the kids' reaction to the film. But my wife did get some pictures of them by the posters. That was cool. But yeah, the kids really liked it. They loved it. They thought it was they even thought it was sad. We thought it was sad. My wife was sobbing during a lot of it. I had some tears also happen, but there's like this moment with Stitch and Nani sort of at the end, and that like kind of like worried the kids, and understandably so. But so I guess I should give a little bit of history with me and Lilo and Stitch. So that we were just calling it the Stitch movie earlier, but Lilo and Stitch. The animated movie, when it came out, so I was kind of like grown up out of Disney by this point. The animated movies, I really wasn't seeing them. So let's see, I saw The Lion King in theaters, and then I didn't see another Disney movie in theaters until Disney cartoon in theaters until Mulan, and that was just with some cousins, and I didn't even want to see it, but then when I saw it, I thought it was great, and then I don't even know when I saw another one again, not counting Pixar, because I was seeing some of those in the theaters, but like the next animated one that I saw in the theater, I mean, might have been, I don't know, I should look into that, but it might have been Frozen. It might have been Frozen, and I just did that just to see what all the hype was about. So anyway, Lilo and Stitch, it comes out, and I was like sort of against it immediately because it used stuff from our world in the movie. So I grew up with all these like fantasy musicals, right? The Disney Renaissance, those sort of things. And they didn't really have a lot of contemporary references. And I say that, and I know I'm lying when I say that, because the genie makes all sorts of contemporary references, and he's like my favorite Disney character ever. So it's weird that I'm even saying any of this. But he's sort of magical and all-knowing, so it kind of works, right? And then, obviously, in The Lion King, they sing in the jungle, my jungle, the lion sleeps tonight, right? In the jungle, the quiet. What is the song? Mighty Jungle? Is it Mighty Jungle? Why does that sound wrong to me right now? But anyway, they sing that, and then It's a Small World After All, that sort of stuff. But even as a kid, I was kind of like, this is a little goofy. How do they know about those songs, right? But it didn't bother me too much. Where this movie, Lilo and Stitch, the way it was advertised or the way people talked about it, I don't remember, but I remember like Elvis being a big part of it. And I was like, what? What is this? This is not how Disney movies are. They're supposed to be separate from our world, right? And so I had a problem with the movie immediately, and I didn't watch it. But then I had some friends in college who loved it, and then I watched it with them, and I was just like, yeah, fine, whatever. I don't know. I still didn't care about it, right? But then with my kids, we watched it when they were very young. Maybe like, I don't even, like they don't even have memory of this. Like we just put it on or something. I think it was with the kids. Maybe it was just with my wife. Maybe she and I just watched it because she likes it. And then I was like, oh, I do kind of like this. So it took me a long time to get around to liking this movie. But even then, I've only seen it once since, or maybe I don't know. I watched it that one time when I liked it, and I don't think I've seen it from beginning to end since. The kids have had it on, but I haven't like sat down and watched it really. So I'm still not an expert or anything. So when I'm watching this movie, there are things that I'm like, I don't think this is how the animated one's. I don't think this is how the animated one is. And I was, having maybe a few issues here and there, but no major ones. But I guess some of I really liked the movie, so let me say that. I had tears. I thought it was really good. It was really fun. We were laughing as a family. It was so great. But if I'm going to talk about some criticisms, some negatives, the relationship between Nani and David, I felt like was almost non-existent. They had like no chemistry, not because they were bad actors. It just, the script did not give them time for that. And I think they needed more. You could tell that David liked Nani, but Nani, I feel like, needed maybe to at least give him eyes a little bit, but she never did. But she had a lot on her plate at the same time, extreme amounts on her plate. But then at the end credits, you know, with the "Who's home, like that part, which they do in this movie, just like the animated one. Although they should have used real Elvis, because sorry to that kid, whoever sang the song at the end of the movie. I don't, I think, actually, I'm not going to say anything bad. They should have used the Elvis one, is all I'm going to say. But, like they did with the animated one. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so in that end credits thing where you see the picture of Nani and David kissing, it feels weird because during the movie, they almost have zero connection at all. They don't, you know, Lilo says, I read one of her texts and she thinks you're cute, basically. She says something like that. And that's all we're given. But I just wish we could have maybe seen Nani give him eyes, or maybe feel a little bit nervous around him or something like that. Because he does that with her, like feels a little bit nervous, I guess. But I feel like it needed to be maybe a little two ways, just her to give something. But I don't know. So basically, all of that felt non-existent and weird once we got that picture of them kissing at the end. The end song during the, you know, little montage, I think should have been actual Elvis, use the real one. And then I felt like I had one more. Oh, this isn't really an issue for me, but I noticed that some fans of a certain character may be upset while watching this movie because I think his name is Gantu. He's like a large gray fish man or something, alien, is not in this film. And there are two aliens from the animated movie named Pelekai and what's his name? Jumbo, Pelekai and Jumbo. Pelekai has one eye, Jumbo has four, and maybe six, I don't know. And I think they're both good guys in the animated one, if I remember correctly. But here, they sort of shift things. They make Jumba sort of like his character and Gantu mixed together. Like they mix them together. So Gantu's just not even in the movie. So if you're a Gantu fan, sorry, you're not going to see him in here. But his sort of character is melded with Jumba, and they're sort of like a composite. He's like a composite of the two of them now. So Jumba doesn't end up, you know, a good guy. Sorry, spoilers. Zach Galifianakis plays him, and he doesn't play him with a Russian accent. He just plays him sort of with his own voice. The Pelekai guy was funny. I don't know that actor. Maybe he's a voice actor. I don't know. I don't know him from anything. But he was good. And yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the movie. It went kind of fast, but you know, I also think that was probably good to keep that runtime somewhat low, so that it doesn't feel slow for kids, I guess. But it was good. They redesigned Stitch a little bit, I noticed. Like in the animated, his snout's a little bit longer, and here it's more like pug, flat face. But, you know, still, good movie, and the kids really enjoyed it. So that's all that matters. And, you know, we just got back from Disney World, so we're on a Disney high right now, and they, you know, really love Stitch right now. They got Stitch stuffed animals, Stitch hoodies and shirts and all sorts of Stitch clothes. So it was just cool that this movie lined up when they were starting to get a lot of interest in Stitch. So that was cool. Also, a character they like, because they've seen a all of the Lilo and Stitch movies and the animated show. They watched that also, the animated television show. And there's another character in one of those movies or the show named Angel. And Angel makes a little cameo in this. You gotta keep your eyes open, because it's just a little hint. It's like a little hidden thing. It's not like she shows up and she's like, hey, I'm Angel. It's just a little image sort of thing. So keep your eyes open for that if you are an Angel fan, or your kids are, because my kids are, and they like lit up. They're like, right there. Did you see that? Did you see that? It was very fast, but it was cool. We all like lit up as a family. It was fun. But yeah, anyway, have you seen Lilo and Stitch? If so, what did you think about it? We thought it was great. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.